Luis, hello. Wait, oh, is my audio working? You guys hear me? Sounds like you hear me. Luis Sanchez, hola. Welcome to support the channel. Did you write that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Hey, how's it going? Pardon me. Here we are, guys. Here we are on a Friday this time. Apologize about that. Just gonna close my office window a wee bit. We're on Friday because I was tied up with some stuff yesterday. I couldn't come to the channel. Am I live? I'm just gonna. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Samantha. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. Couldn't come to the channel yesterday. I was a little bit busy with some stuff. Thank you for letting me reschedule and all that fun stuff. We are here with the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite 16GB, and yes, this is the exact same one that is on the channel for the reviews, the unboxings, and the contest. This is the one you're gonna actually get. It is right here. We only keep our devices in the office on these, nice tabletops and things, and we pick it up. We don't, slide it off. Everything's completely mint condition. It's going to be yours. We're just using this for the live purposes and things like that, but it will be yours all the same. We have a couple things. We have the unboxing e-paper series, which we do every once in a while when we get something really interesting. We have the regular contests, and then we have the raffle, which we actually got rid of. We had 2 months of raffles. We were gauging it. We were like, yeah, we lost a staggering amount of money on the raffles. So we decided to can it, and it was kind of muddying up the other contests we were doing. So yeah, that's where we are today. So here it is, the Kindle 16GB. How is this different than the other ones, and why is it here? Well, the takeaway is that a lot of people didn't like the 32GB being so expensive. So you can actually buy this for only $10 more than the 8GB Kindle. So that's where the value lies, is that it was only 10 bones more, and then you get more storage. You don't really get double the storage in a way, because I think how much did the 8GB give you? I think you got 6.91, I think, on the 8GB Kindle, and this one being the 16. Let me look at device info. Okay, so yeah, you do double it, and I understand 16 is double 8. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, let me get a top down here. Oh, we have to configure something because we got a wide shot of some coins on my tabletop here. Configure video, camera, zoom in a little bit. There we go. So what I'm saying is that different devices, based on when they're made, where they're made, they will utilize some, this is the Paperwhite, yes, Samantha, they will utilize a certain amount of storage that is dedicated to just the operating system. So even though this is 16, you only get 13.55. You don't get 16 gigs. You'll never get the displayed gigabytes. Is this also wireless charging? No, Chris. And what this is kind of showing is that you can get a more premium base Kindle Paperwhite 5 without paying the 32GB price, with some features reduced. So you don't get wireless charging, you don't get the light sensor up top. But, and this is, it's a technical thing and it doesn't really matter, but it does matter for 150 million people, or however many people are in Mexico. There's quite a bit of people down there. This has a safety certification stamp for Mexico. The 32GB does not. And, we mentioned that in the comparison video. We're like, oh, this one has a Mexican, Mexicana stamp. And I was just mentioning it in passing when we scripted it, and then like 4 or 5 people actually commented. They're like, oh, that's important. And I was like, I mean, I guess it would be. It'd be like not having FCC for Americans. You know what I mean? If it wouldn't be able to be sold there. No, it's not the Signature Edition. The Signature Edition, Chris, is only the 32. There are 3 models out. There is the 8GB, there's the 16, and the 32. I separate it like that. The 8 and 16 are the same thing with a storage upgrade. It's only $10 more. The 32 is a completely different kind of subsector. It has the light sensor built into the bezel. It has a wireless charging, wireless Qi or Qi sensor at the back. It's different, yeah. So they didn't retool the body, which means they didn't recraft it or anything like that. They did change the model number, which is important. And that's another important thing. And a lot of people might scoff at that and be like, oh, that's not a big change. But listen, if you buy Kindles Traditionally, a lot of Kindles look the same. Paperwhite 1, 2, 3, 4, they all kind of look the same. Basic, new Kindle Basic, basic with touch light, front light, basic with touchscreen. There's all these kind of overlaps. So you don't know what you're going to get. If you read the model number at the back, M2L3EK, for example, is the 16 model. 4EK is going to be the 32. So if you're buying something on eBay or you're buying something on Amazon, a third-party seller, and then you get these and you're like, oh, I got the signature. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. And then you know, because you can actually Google that model number. And it's true. If you're coming here for info on the Amazon and info on everything e-readers, it's these little things that do add up. They definitely do. So what else is different? Nothing. Thanks for watching. No, there's really honestly nothing different. That's it. Certain things will be either missing or there that wasn't there before, like Bluetooth. So for example, if you start this up and you register it to France or Hong Kong or Japan, Bluetooth will be gone, for example. Not exactly that, but you know what I mean. So it's going to depend on where you are in the world, and that will dictate. I'm just going to put this here to block a little bit of the sun. It's so dang nice out today. Big problems. Bluetooth isn't available in Japan, even though the device has it. If I registered this to Japan, I can't use Bluetooth. I just factory reset it and then set it up as American with just my American Amazon login, which is the same as the Japanese one, and suddenly Bluetooth is there. So certain things are going to be here and they won't be here. Another thing that will be missing in certain markets is Goodreads. But if you just simply sign, you don't have to be in America to log in as an American Kindle. You just simply log in, just choose American, and there you go. Boom. So you get Goodreads, and you get honestly, signing into it as American is the best one. You get the best bookstore, you get all the features, you get Bluetooth, you get Goodreads. It's really the best experience. If you're dealing with massive language things, like you want the access to the manga store, actually, you know what? Some devices, if you visit the store, might be the Japanese store, even though I registered it as an American device. Let's see. It actually might be that. Let's check it. It is not. Okay. But you get Audible, and you don't get Audible in Japan on a Kindle, even though you have Audible in Japan. Oh, no, they do have manga. Oh, but is this American manga? Or is it the actual Japanese manga? See, discovery, man. I'm discovering this alongside you guys. No, it's the American one. Yeah, so if I signed into the Japanese sign-in process when I started it, all this will be in Japanese. Not the menu UI, but the actual services and everything like that. So, we understand that it's not a night and day difference of device, and that's not why we did this live. We did this live because, well, a lot of you guys kind of suggested it and requested it and stuff like that, so that's why we're doing this. And I apologize, I'm a day late. I had to go to, I was privileged to go to Nintendo World in, Super Nintendo World in Japan, so I was away for a day, but back in action today. Did you guys have any questions about this unit? Otherwise, we're going to wrap up. Bye-bye. No, but, there's not much to show on it. And usually when we do these lives, you guys are kind of like hammering in questions. So please ask your questions now. The three of you who are watching, Louise, Samantha, and Chris, because, this is it. It's a very fundamentally non-different device. It's just the Kindle with double the storage. And net double the storage, because you actually do get double off of the 13.54. So out of the 16, 2.5 gigs are gone just for whatever's going on in the back end. Everything else is the same. Warmth schedule, although these will be in different sections, and these will be in different places if you have different country geographic region. So for example, if you put it into, I think, UK or something, there's like an advanced section, in which case warmth will be in the advanced, so you don't have to worry about that. And also, you're missing something that pertains to the light sensor on the 32 gig, but splitting hairs, not that big of a deal. This warmth schedule will actually go by the time of day. It will not go by the light sensor because there is no light sensor. It'll go off of like when you set sunrise, sunset, when your bedtime schedule is, things like that. Oh, this is ready to open. Can I trade in an older Kindle to get this? I believe you can. Yeah, I believe you can go into the Amazon trade and you can choose what device you wanted to, trade for, and you'll get like a certain amount based on whether your screen is cracked, all that kind of stuff. Chris Anthony now supports eBub. Amazon is hurting their pest customers by dropping Moby. Yeah, you know, Chris, I know what you meant. There couldn't have been any other Moby. I know you didn't mean Moby Dick, so I'm like, the overall point was not lost, man. Yeah, you know, the whole format wars thing, kind of silly. Just keep everything one, you know? Like, why was it that big of a deal? You know, you got to be all proprietary and stuff like that. Guzar, Bayardo, Emmanuel Isaias. Hello. Hello, you've already ended the giveaway for this Kindle Paperwhite. Nope, it's going on for several more weeks. Not several more weeks, a week and a bit. If I look at the videos right now, I can see that this just happened a couple days ago. We've got 150 entries in so far, and it will end on the 17th of October, which is like, yeah, 2 more weeks. So no, you got time. You got week and a half to go. You got a lot of time. How often do they release new Kindle Paperwhite models? Ooh, how often? Well, Paperwhite 5 came out in 2021. Paperwhite 5 16 gig 2022, but it's not really a new Paperwhite. Paperwhite 4 2018. Oh man, I can't remember my history. Even though I helped write the history episodes we did, or the videos we did, I can't remember, but like every 3 years. Every 3 years ish. Wow, the sun is like blaring in here right now, which is an absolute amazing problem to have, that it's a nice day out. And you know, it was a nice day. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it rained yesterday, so it's good. Choco, what colors does it come in? Black. That's it. Viva la vie. Dang it. La via la vie. I'm just happy to have the covers now for the Kindle. Sent to oh yeah, on the library sent to Kindle. Yeah, no, that's cool. The 0.8 inch really makes a difference? Question mark. Always felt that 6 is too little. It does. It absolutely does. Do I have something nearby? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna walk over here. Hold on. Just a sec. I'm still here. Okay, I'm gonna grab all of your guys' favorite e-reader. This is your favorite e-reader ever. You guys love this one. It's coming in hot. Here it comes. Ready? The Y-Band! Woo! Yeah, this is the... I can't even say their name without laughing. They join in on our humor. Yes, so this is the Y-Band, everyone. Yes, it does make a difference. Who asked that? Silvo. Yes, let me get like a straight edge here. Do I have a straight edge of some sort? I'll just use a case. Now I'll use a tape measure. Here it is. So, if I go like this... That's lined up. Can we all agree? Perfect. And now I go to the top here. Look at that. It does very much make a difference. Look how much bigger that is. I'm just going to hold this here so you can see. You don't have to worry about the numbers. It's just more I'm using something straight. It's beyond the bezel and further past the actual e-reader itself. It very, very much... makes a huge difference. And you might not think, because they're both in these 6 categories, 6, 6.8, but no, it makes a huge difference. Is it worth the upgrade over the 8? But why Ben? Lavia, you know, why Ben knows what they're playing in, and we poke fun at them. We enjoy, we appreciate that they exist. Because you need not everyone can be a Kindle. You know what I mean? Not every single e-reader can be a Kindle. Oh, this is a Kindle. This is a Kindle. This is a... No. You need players like Y-Ben. You need players like Hisense and Croaky and King Jim and all these obscure people and all these obscure companies, because you can't just have everyone at the absolute top. Then, you know, there'd be no comparison. There'd be nothing to choose from. So, yeah. JC Katz. So I recently bought a book for Kindle in Hebrew and English. Didn't work on the Kindle Paperwhite. I remember on Nook you can install any font. Can you install fonts on this Kindle? Only use defaults. Kobos you can install fonts. Kindles you can't. No. Silvo, my dream is still an 8-inch Kindle. Well, the Oasis is 7. That's pretty good. And the Scribe is going to be bigger. And the Oasis 4. Oh, yeah. That's something I wanted to cover here. A lot of you guys were really quick to say, you know, the Oasis 4 is not real. It's coming out. That wasn't a thing. I mean, we got to be careful of what we say now, because we're teamed up with, Big Me and Barnes and Noble and Kobo and Fujitsu and Sony. I mean, we can't just say things that aren't true. And when Mike dropped the story for the Kindle Paperwhite, the Kindle Oasis 4, I was like, really? Is it coming out? Like, is that really something happening? And we actually have and uploaded to our Facebook page a picture pulled from Amazon.com about the Oasis 4. So what happened was a lot of people watched Mike's video on YouTube, watched the first minute and 20 seconds, and they're like, oh no, it's fake news. And it's like, 1, did you watch the whole thing? 2, did you read that we actually uploaded photographic evidence to the chat, to the Facebook page? Because it's a real product that's coming out. I mean, they haven't done anything with the Oasis since 2018 with the Oasis 2. The Oasis 3 was 2019, but it only had like a rose gold thing of paint on it and a warm light. So it was very little things they've done in 2 months. It will have been 5 years since the Oasis. What the heck? The Oasis 3 body combination. It's a real item. It's going to come out. So just relax on that, because we had like 100 people say like, oh, that's not real. It's like, yeah, it is, because we can't say fake things. We're Goody Reader. See my amazing Vistaprint shirt? You know how much this costs? $16. Can't play around with that. No, seriously, it is a real thing. It's going to come out. Amazon hasn't announced yet. What they did is they actually started putting it in autofill drop downs, and we were like, huh. And then we saw that they had a 404 page that actually, if you investigated in, you could actually see that there's a placeholder out of stock product listing, and we pulled that, and it's on our Facebook page. You can go right now to Facebook. So Oasis 4 is on the way. Paperwhite 5 is here, and they upgraded it, I guess, to the Paperwhite 5 16GB. And oh, my audio dropped. I'm still good? Okay, I'm still good. And then the Kindle Basic is coming out, and then the Kindle Scribe is coming out. So these are all real things that are coming out. Scribe has obviously taken the bulk of the limelight, even though got my reservations about the Scribe. I don't think it's going to be as good as people say it is. Look at the Ellipsa. Ellipsa looked like, oh man, it's going to change the game. My head's going to literally explode. And it didn't change the game. It was good, but didn't change the game at all. It's still a game. People still playing. I think the Kindle Scribe, that something good they have is that it's Wacom. That's going to set them aside from all these other guys that are doing active capacitive. MeBook, Goyu, the really low end Big Me units. Kobo, Rakuten has a active capacitive pen. Kindle, to be able to have Wacom, if it is indeed an unrestricted standardized Wacom, oh man, then you can use anything. You can use, what is this? Do I have one? I do. This is one of my favorite pens. Oh my god, I'm dropping everything. It's one of my favorite pens. This is the Mitsubishi Hi-Uni Digital. It's an awesome pen. It's made in Japan, and it's made out of an actual slice of wood. It's a chunk of wood. It's an actual wood pencil with a Wacom tip and receptor. So the fact that the Scribe has Wacom and the Ellipsa did not is definitely going to play in its favor. That's a huge thing. It really is. That's massive, because that pen on the Kobo wasn't bad. It's just like, I don't know. Would have liked to just use the pen I like. Oh, you can even use this. This is the Lamy pen. This is a nice one too. The Lamy pen, made in Germany, really nice weight, best quality material, I would say, out of any plastic pen. Yeah, very nice stuff. What you got into Kindles, and then look up. I don't see anything else you said there, Valentino. Sorry about that. I also think the Kindle Scribe is going to make a change, but I like them developing that on the side. What do you mean? The next Scribe generation will have color. Oh yeah, but that's gonna be way in the future. Oh, you want to see that pen? Sure, yeah, I can get that pen. It's over on our Goody Reader store. I can go over to it for you and just send you a link real quick. Mitsubishi. Yeah, I mean, we haven't even had this Scribe yet, Guizar. The Kindle Scribe 2 in color is going to be years of... Oh, what got you into Kindles? Well, we've been in... Well, we're not into Kindles. We're the largest e-reader tech site in the world. We've been in e-readers since 2008. We're, like I said, we're the only last standing distributor of Sony. Sony themselves don't even sell Sony e-readers and e-ink. We do for them. We're the only international distributor of Fujitsu, 39 other brands, MeBook, Croki, King Jim, Plus Corporation, just about any company you can think of, Onyx, Boyu, literally every single company in the entire e-reader world, Tolino, Bokin. Some time ago, Icarus and Energy System. Met them at trade shows. I mean, we've been in the game for as long as we can remember. I don't know. Just that's what got us into it. It's just e-readers in general. I miss those Sony PRSs. People keep saying I miss the Sony PRSs. You can still buy them. We sell them. They're an actual SKU, like a purchasable goods that Sony supplies us to sell. You can still buy them. We have the P2, we have the T2, the T3, the 350. They're still purchasable products. So we sell them pretty regularly. I still can't figure why I'm into e-readers. So nice to have people like e-readers. Yeah, no, they're a very... Oh, I didn't mute my computer. Sorry. A very large industry, massive industry. Luggage tags, watches, cars. I mean, just about any facet of consumer accessible, consumer and professional and prosumer level of interaction and accessibility, there's e-paper somewhere. Although, what no one has made yet? A standalone e-paper calculator. I mean, would you need that? Because the display is already kind of like, e-paper, but no one's made that yet, which is funny. Are there any noticeable differences between formats, EPUB, Mobi? It's just like saying MP3 and not AZW, AAC and stuff like that, and WAV. You could break it down into being like, oh, well, there's only 3.00 on the top axis and the z-axis is actually 0.5, and it's just like, okay, well, wow. If you're breaking down the individual cells of a file, it's like you're beyond even what we need to talk about. But no, I mean, there's no differences. There's no real differences. Chris Anthony, PDF? Wait, hold on. What did you say last? Mobi, I meant. You mean, can it run PDFs? Yeah, sure. Have you seen e-ink license plate in Colorado and California? No, I have not. Our offices and operation in California is around the Cupertino area, and we have Oak Park, Illinois. But no, I don't know. Haven't seen the ink license plates. Actually, next week. Is it next week already? Oh, I'm on my computer. Just look at my calendar. I'm pulling out my phone to open my app for my calendar. What a dummy. Not next week. Next week on Tuesday, I will be away as well. Me and the team are going to SeaTac 2022 in Japan, Tokyo, Japan, just over there. And we will be covering a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of e-ink related things there, e-paper related things there. E-ink themselves will be there. And, just film the whole event and just, go for it and just absolutely kill it. So yeah, we're going to be there for a couple days, make a whole bunch of videos for you guys. So we'll be, we won't be producing videos then and there because obviously the editors here won't have any of the content. So we'll bring it back / send it back And yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be a cool event. And it's the first time it's being held really tangibly in person on location in the first time in 3 years. So yeah. PDFs use quite a large amount of storage compared to the others, answering Chris Anthony. Yeah, they do use a lot of storage. Yep, they do. And you can have PDFs that are, single PDF can be like 200 MB. Easy. You know what I mean? You have a couple hundred pages. Yeah, sure. It can be very technical. Yeah. Ambrose says, have fun. Yes, we will. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. It's right up our alley. Although we went to a trade show a couple months back. It was called Display, DSJ, Display something Japan. And ePaper's main sole purpose is display solutions, display ease of display technology. There was not one single thing at that whole trade show, massive place, not one thing except the Huawei MatePad paper. And that was only because it was a pleasantry, because Huawei had a huge booth there showing off all their phones and TVs and stuff like that. And they had their Huawei MatePad paper in the little corner. And I was just like, wow, if it's not at a display trade show, where's it going to be? So that was just weird. But yeah, we'll be going to more trade shows and stuff like that. And yeah, e-ink is good for RPG books. Yeah, for sure. You could just set up, you could prop up a 13.3 Onyx on its side, or a Quaderno or something like that. And yeah, just use it for your Dungeons and Dragons, stuff like that. Chris Anthony, will Amazon release color e-ink? Never. No, not one of the major three will do color, almost like period. Color's been around for a long time. Since 2009, it got released by Fujitsu. In 2008, it was developed. 2009 was a long time ago. That's 2019 in 3 years. So like, yeah, 13 years. Nothing. Color. Watch our color e-reader history. We have a history of color e-reader on our channel. It's really good. I'm just gonna type it out here because excuse me. It goes over everything. There were 2 waves of color. There was the first wave that happened between 2009 and 2013-ish. And then there is the second wave that's kind of recent, 2019 plus, with iReader and iFlyTech and Hisense and stuff like that. Not one even query by the big 3, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and Amazon, about color. They're not going to do color. If they are going to do color, it will not be on this current tech. The ones that we are doing on the Big Me Goody Reader Ink Note, the ones that Hisense are doing, I have a Hisense here, the ones that Hisense are doing on the A7CC, the ones that iReader and iFlyTech and Pocketbook and Onyx are doing, they will not do it. It's not like they're like, color? What's that? No, Kindle, Kobo, Amazon Kobo, and Barnes & Noble are massive in the e-reader world. Massive juggernauts. And they're not even like nosing towards color. Not even. It took, how long have e-notes been around? 2013, e-paper e-notes. Since the S1, 2013. It took Amazon nearly 10 years to even consider an e-note under a Kindle brand. They ain't doing color. No way. Probably because there's not much market for the color e-readers, might drive the price higher. Well, you are right and wrong at the same time. You're right because there isn't enough market for a color e-ink e-reader. But there is a massive market for color e-ink devices. Look at our history there. There's a lot of players in the game. 2019, 2020, early 2021, there was a battle going on for color. An absolute war. Just color. Massive amount of devices. Massive. There were 10 devices just last year released with color. This year only 5. Well, it's just still quite a bit. But still, I did see a color history ink. That's why I thought it was strange they aren't doing it. Yeah, Chris. Oh, thank you very much for watching that. That took a long time for all of us to make here. I guarantee they're never going to do color. If they're going to do color, it's going to be when it's 100% stable. The PPI is greater than 100 or 117, 127 with Big Me. And it's going to be when it's more mainstream to the point where they can justify buying millions upon millions upon millions of 7.8 inch or 6 inch screen panels in color, pop them in, and go with that. But it's going to confuse people, it's going to muddle up their lineup, and it's going to bridge the gap between an e-reader and their Fire tablets, which they are heavily invested into. So to have a color e-reader look like crap, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, why is it all fuzzy? Oh, why is it? Oh, it's slow. Oh, look at those dull colors. And then you turn the glow light on. Oh, it's all blue. Compared to a Fire tablet for like what, $49? I mean, you know what I mean? That's it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. No, Lavia, you're correct. You are correct. Like in terms of your wording, color e-ink e-reader, you're right. There's no market for that. There's no the pocketbook color was kind of good. The inkpad color, they threw a lot of stuff at the wall, like a lot of little features, but they still needed things to make it stand out. The successful color devices are the tablets, the Onyx Bookses, the Big Me stuff, the Hisense phones. Those are the successful ones. But yeah, for Amazon to release a color while they're invested into Fire, while they still have e-readers, there's no way they're going to do that. They won't do it. Rob 12013, can you just be a little bit more forward than just saying giveaway? Question mark. That would be great. Guizar, would it be your dream e-reader e-ink? Oh, what would be your dream e-reader e-ink device? What would you expect for the future of the industry? It's great to think about the future. Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, there's nothing you can dream up in an e-reader, and you know what? We did. If there's a real thing between Big Me and us, if you look at our unit, it's not the best e-reader e-ink device out there, no, but it is the highest fully loaded thing you can buy in the e-reader world. It has every single thing. It has an SD, it has Wacom, it has color, it has a SIM card, has 2 cameras. It's got so many things. There's things you don't need on it. It's got every single thing, and it's color, and it's the highest PPI, and it has a massive battery, and it's made out of aluminum, and it has audio, and it has warm light. I mean, there's nothing else you can put on it. There's nothing else you could actually put. And when we were going back and forth, we were like, is there anything else? And they're like, wireless charging? And we're like, well, seeing how in the e-reader world, in like 20 plus years, there's only one device with wireless charging, it's not really a thing. So no, there's just nothing. There's nothing else you can put on it. What would be my dream e-reader? It's hard to. You don't need a dream e-reader. It's just, this is great. A Kobo's great. A Barnes & Noble's great. You don't need much to make it work. It's like saying, what's your dream black and white calculator? You're like, oh man, I want ones that are like, there's like nothing you can put. Lavie, will there be an Oasis 4 this year? We don't know. There will be an Oasis 4. As I said, we put an actual photo of the Oasis 4 listing, 404 failure website, on an Amazon.com listing on our Facebook. It's not a pitch at fake news. We don't do. Look at our channel. We don't do clickbait stuff. I could say, like, you know, we could have those videos where it's like, my Kindle exploded, and you know, you have fire on it and stuff like that, and you click on it and we're like, what's up guys, I'm Kyle, this is the latest Kindle and it just exploded. Like, no, we don't do stupid things like that. No, we do actual news. We have Barnes & Noble utilizing only our videos on their home website. We're a distributor of Fujitsu and Sony. We can't go around saying, like, you know, this is coming out like when it's not. We can't do that. We actually can't do that. Chris Anthony, wireless charging on 3 to 4 month battery life. You don't need it. You really don't. You put it on, it's like, you check 10 minutes later, you're like, oh, 100%. I don't even know where a wireless charger is in our studio because we don't need to charge it. I've turned on devices that have been off for 5 years and they turn on. I'm not even joking. Not standby, off. Why are their tablets cheaper than Kindles? E-ink is more expensive than LCD. Yes, Chris, that's... I don't mean it to sound like elementary, but it is elementary. The e-readers are significantly more expensive than LCD. Yeah, when you have 9,000 companies making LCD tablets, you can sell an LCD tablet at $14. But when you have 20 companies making e-paper and they're all buying from exactly one company, there is only one company in the entire industry that sells e-paper panels to the main players, and that's e-ink. They make the panel. This 6.8 panel will be the exact same thing on any other 6.8. Now, it's changing recently because they're making new panels, Carta 1200, Carta 1250, but you know what I mean. A 6-inch panel on the Y-Ben is the exact same panel in every conceivable way than any other 6-inch made around that era, because they're all buying from the same dude. This guy, E-Ink, the company, says, oh, we got E-Ink. What do you want, 6 inches? Here you go, Amazon. Here's 1,000,000 panels. Thick stack of panels. Oh, Y-Ben, what do you want? 20 panels? I'll grab 26-inch panels and give them to you. Oh, Kobo, you need 500,000? I'll grab 500,000 and give them to you. They're the same thing. Exact same thing. People put different layers and different things on top, but it's the same thing. My dream e-reader product would be heated cover so my screen doesn't freeze when I'm winter camping. Oh, cool. Wow, that's something. You know what? You know what? You are onto something for real, because one of the biggest problems with the Barnes & Noble Nook Glowlight 4 lineup, the 4, the 4E, and the 4 Pink, is that it actually doesn't turn on if it gets too cold. Seriously, it says it is too cold to turn on. It won't turn on. You gotta like actually warm it up on your stomach and things like that, because it won't turn on. It's real. Got it. Sorry, I wasn't able to read that Facebook post. No, Lavia, it's fine. It's just like when we released that video, people watch like 20 seconds of Mike talking about it, and then they instantly jump to like fake news or something, and we're just like, watch the video, guys. I mean, we're Goody Reader. We're not some like hack website. I mean, we're the guys that go to the trade shows and break the stories. We're not making things up. Royal Howard, if I only put ebooks on my 8 gig Kindle, do I ever need the 16? No, you don't. You don't need the 16. The 16 would be for PDFs or people that download like crap tons of manga. You don't need 16 gigs for ebooks. What are you going to have, like 100,000 books on there? Fill it up to the brim and go, oh, that's not enough. It's like, I don't know. Could you maybe delete 30? No, it's my collection. Nope. It's like, maybe compromise and like drag and drop some onto your PC and put them back later. Like, come on, guys. No, you don't need 16. You don't. And it goes horribly before it stops working. Yeah, you're right, J-Cats. What am I calling you? JC Cat? JC Cats. Yeah. Yeah, you know, out of all these years, man, Barnes & Noble's a great company. And it's a really good unit. But you guys, Barnes & Noble, are the only guys that have that problem. I've never seen anyone in all my years of dealing with e-ink, I've never seen any one company, one brand anywhere that has designed it is too cold to turn on your Nook pop up on the screen. It's not like that was random. They designed that photo to show on the screen. So evidently it was such a problem that you had to actually design the alert to say that you can't turn on. So it's the only one I've ever seen do that. Isn't wireless charging useless on e-readers? Yes, it is. Because because it works, but if you're talking about like the lifestyle around like, oh, just put it on the pad and let it charge. Yeah, you don't need that, because after it's charged, it was so long in between charge cycles on our Paperwhite that one, I don't even know where the charger is now because it's gone. And two, we had the cable into the charger, right? And we're just like, never really using that wireless charger. Oh, I'll use it for something else. So I put the charger away and I repurposed the cable to something else. That's how infrequent you actually use it. For me, 8 gigs is fine, says Ambrose. You can always delete books, right? You don't need 100,000 books on your device to be like, which one will I read? Which 900 books am I going to read this afternoon? No, buddy, just move some of the books off. What do we got here? Dr. Bob. I tried linking to your video the other day about 2020 Oasis on subreddit. The mods pulled it and told me they didn't allow links to your site is unreliable. Are you aware of this issue? No idea. We don't care about Reddit because Reddit doesn't move the needle for us. All Reddit is a place for people to just complain about anyone else. So we don't work on Reddit. Sorry. I think that's it, everybody. If you guys have any other questions, leave them down below. We will be here on the chat, not on the chat, on the video to handle some comments for a little bit. I do understand this isn't world different. This is not worlds different than the 8 gig. Obviously, it is not. But It is kind of cool. Do you need it? No, but if you do need that extra space for what do you call it, like PDFs and stuff like that, it is nice to have the double space. And you know what? What's really props to Amazon for not charging a lot more. It isn't a lot more. It's $10 more. So given that, that was good. Oh, mom, at the last minute there. Bello. Yeah, given that it is only 10 bones more, it's not the end of the world. So that's fine. Ambrose, wireless charging would be great if you use voice view or audiobooks because Bluetooth drains battery. Yeah, but even then you don't need that. You don't need wireless charging. What are you gonna put it on your pad, on propped up, and just be like, Amazon, turn page? Like, no, man. It's really, and that's why, out of all these years and all these players, there's literally only one, not even company, one device that uses wireless charging, and it's Amazon. Not one other e-paper device will do it. Just curious, are you in Japan right now? Yeah, we've been in Japan since 2015. Royal, we branched out into Japan, Oak Park, Illinois. We're already in Vancouver, and then we have a Shenzhen branch, and we have a Hong Kong branch of Goody Reader. So we got 5 branches around the world. We've occasionally met people up at like, people want to do like meet and greets and, try the device and stuff like that. So we would either me, myself, or Michael, or, we'd send a guy out with a device and meet someone at like Starbucks and stuff like that, and they can play with the device and stuff like that. So if you're in the area, yeah, you can definitely stop by. But yeah, I currently am here. I spearhead the Japan operations, and Michael spearheads the Vancouver operations. And we got Kevin in Oak Park, Illinois, and we got Tony, but he has like a Chinese name. I had to think of the name in the China office, etc. So yeah, we got people all over the place, and yeah, that's it, everybody. We're done, and this exact unit will be alcohol wiped. And when is the next Vancouver meet and greet? Steven, hey, I don't know. I've been trying to head back to the good old Vancouver, but there was some personal issues with trying to get back there. There's nothing like legally wrong. It's just like we're waiting for one of my family members is waiting for like a card to come in before we can kind of go back. Hey, Mike, go back. So there's a delay in like us going back. But yeah, when I go back, we're going to be, Michael and I will be doing a ton of videos and stuff. We'll do like roundtables because we haven't done roundtables in a couple moons because I've been trying to get the, Japan operations up and running and just kind of monitoring the operations over here and, expanding the company, right? We expand the company to branch into more places. And by branching into Japan, we've got a very good advantageous position because it's very close logistically and geographically to all these other places right near Hong Kong and a couple hours from Taiwan where e-ink is located. And of course, Japan has its own entire world of e-paper with King Jim and all these massive companies like Fujitsu and Sony and trade shows galore. So it's like a strategic move to be here at the same point. But yeah, we're going to be going back to Vancouver at some point for sure. Mike and I will be doing some roundtable discussions, some cool like videos with us both in the shot and stuff. So it'll be really cool to, kind of just refresh and stuff like that. But yeah, if you guys want this, it is up for grabs right now. It is being given away, this exact one. It will be alcohol wiped. It'll be all cleaned up. Put it back in the plastic. We still have the Kindle plastic right here. We're going to be putting it all together. Are you ever going to be meet up in the Netherlands? Ambrose, we were considering Europe as an expansion, but it's really expensive. It really is. Like, to expand, when we expanded into China, it's really not that bad. When we expanded into Hong Kong, it really wasn't that bad. When we expanded into the States, it's pretty easy. When we expanded into Japan, it was seamless because I just kind of came over and just built things up. We made a couple hires. Actually, Mike in his news publication made a couple hires of some people in Spain. But yeah, it's not easy to set up in the EU. It's really expensive, and depending on where you are, there's a ton of tax. You guys' tax in the UK, sorry, not the UK, in Europe is quite high. So it's not easy to expand over there, but we've been mulling it over. But yeah, are there many trade shows in Japan right now? Yeah, we're going to be going to SeaTac 2022 next week on the 18th in Tokyo. We'll be covering e-ink and e-reader related things. There's going to be a ton of stuff there. It's going to be great. So yeah, thanks so much, everyone. If you want to grab this, it's being given away right now. Head over to the channel. Thanks so much. Keep following Goody Reader. We're going to be doing lots more stuff. I personally apologize about all the Mudita stuff that's been popping up right now lately. Mixed reviews on all that. We've been doing our due diligence and our work to review it properly, but it's not really hitting the right spot with a lot of you guys. We do understand. Bear with us. It's almost done. Kind of do a collective video of it, not individual reviews. And yeah. See you later, guys. I'm out. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate. Oh, I gotta say bye. My mom, Mike, Ambrose, Steven, thank you for being so vocal as always. Royal, who we got here? Dr. Bab. Where have I heard that before? Ashi K, Lavia Lavi, JC Cats, Chris Anthony, Silvo Brito. Oh man, your name. Oh, it's a cool name. I just can't pronounce it probably. I'm gonna murder it. Guizar, Bayardo, Emmanuel Iseas. Hello. Rob 12013. Who we got? Yeah, it's everybody. Oh, Valentino. Hello. Hey, where's Ace? And Kevin. Kevin, man, you're listening right now, aren't you, Kevin? Yeah, you are. Sitting in your place in Singapore, aren't you? Choco, Mike Howard, Samantha Barbolete Edwards. Cool. Thanks, everyone. You guys are great. See you later. Next week. Maybe. No. Wait, yeah. Next week for sure. Next week, maybe. We'll be at the trade show. Bye-bye.